Here we have the all-new 2023 GMC Canyon. This one comes in the AT4 trim level in the beautiful desert sand metallic. And then we have jet black and timber perforated leather interior. Now our powertrain consists of a 2.7 liter turbocharged high output 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. And this is pretty much a loaded out AT4 with the AT4 Premium Package. But coming around to the front end here, we do get LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. And the lights don't flash like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up, but beautiful front end to the truck. And I love the grille as well, how you have that kind of galvanized finish. Looks fantastic. Coming around to the wheels here, we have 18-inch aluminum. Nice aggressive look, especially with these tires. And we get passive keyless entry on the front two doors. And we have our power window controls here with one-touch automatic up and down for the driver's side. And then our power mirror controls are here. We can turn those on and off and adjust the mirrors themselves here. And then power door lock controls are here, and then memory seat function, just hit set and immediately hit the number you want to set it to. Interesting storage pocket here, and then a bottle holder there. Brightness for the gauge cluster, trailer brake controller. I'm gonna pop the hood for later. We get a manual tilt telescope steering wheel, pull that up, or pull that down, and then you can adjust. And then here we have our power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support. Love the stitching though, and I love the perforated section. It looks so great. And then we have the AT4 stitched right there. Good looking seat. But still not the best leg room back here. We can just pull this up and then pull the seat, and there's storage underneath there. And our center seat folds down, and cup holders are there. Then over here, our rear AC vents, USB-C, USB-A charge port, then the 3-prong household plug-in. I believe that's gonna be 115 or 120 volts. Cup holders back here. And then we do have a manual sliding rear window. Seat back pockets on both sides. Fuel filler here. And as we come around to the back end, there's a view there. And we do have the tow package, spare tires underneath. And we do have the easy lift and let down tailgate here. And then you can lock or unlock this section here and then lift this up. Then you have additional storage right in there. Latches are kind of weird, but and then we have a 120 volt back in the bed as well. But the bed liner looks good. I will say, I'll show you all the sticker in a minute, but kind of a lot missing for the price point in my opinion. See if I can get this half up. So there's a storage underneath there. But a huge shout out to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Canyon today. I'll leave a link below in the description, as well as a few specs if you all are interested about horsepower output, torque, towing capacity, all of that. But I love how this looks, but I guess it's not in there all the way. So that trim needs to be snapped back on correctly. Well, let's check out this window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to, but this doesn't have all of the sports bar package installed here, and that's pretty cool. So you get the bed mounted bar there, the 40-inch roof light bar, and then the AT4 Premium Package, which I highly recommend because you do get that Safety Plus package, as well as the heated steering wheel, the power front seat for the passenger, and a few other goodies there. And then the sunroof. Pro-grade trailing system is nice. There's just so many options here, but I mean, that sticker price is crazy for this kind of truck, especially for some things that I think is missing, which I'll try to go over here in a moment. First of all, the dome lights are not LED. kind of a disappointment. It's kind of a cheap thing to address as well. But there's that 2.7 liter high output turbocharged 4-cylinder. But now let's hop in the driver's seat. So I do like how thick and premium the steering wheel feels. That feels extremely nice. Almost like a Cadillac, very thick. The leather feels real, and you can heat that as well. And we do get a Bose sound system, which is, I think it was $500 for the Bose Premium system, which sounds incredible, by the way. I will give GM that. They did a great job with the sound system. So there's the audio knob there. You can click for mute. And then we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. And then we have a USB port, Google News and Podcasts, but we also have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto compatibility. And with this 11.3-inch screen, we do have the Google Maps subscription that we can go ahead and enable. Again, you do have to pay a subscription for it, but it's nice to have that because you don't have to pay extra to have the navigation system. You just, if you want to use it for a month or two or whatever, you can just buy it that one time and then not worry about buying it ever again. But love how the system works. You can just start typing in a destination, it'll auto-populate for you, and then you can find close by gas stations, restaurants, shopping centers, and all that. And nice to be able to zoom in, zoom out, and then it's just super quick on its feet. Shows me the traffic patterns and everything too when that's hooked up. And Bluetooth, if you want to hook that up, manage your phones, it walks you right through when you hit add phone. And then with the trailering package, it's nice to have all of that available as well. But all of your windows, doors, lights, all those settings are going to be right in here. So you can toggle your front fog lights there, the hill descent control, the auto high beams, power window lockout, all that can be toggled with the press of a button. And then while we're in the settings, these are all of your vehicle settings here. If you ever want to go through that. And then we do have the connections. We can go to the Bluetooth again if you want to do that. And you also have vehicle to phone sharing. And then date and time, you can set that. And if you want to change the language in the system, you can do that there. If you want to change the units, you can take it from US to metric. It's pretty much all the important stuff there that you'll use. Now for the trailering package, I have this one just set up. So I like that you're able to control the electric brakes. It shows you all that. The trailer lights when you have the test set up, checklist, maintenance. My favorite thing is the towing assist though. So you can set up the blind spot monitors. So it'll show you, you can enter the trailer length, then it'll actually kind of have a blind spot monitor for the truck as well as the trailer, which is nice to have. And then we have the dual zone automatic climate controls. Love the graphics on the screen here. Very, very quick on its feet. So I can adjust temperature there, adjust fan direction here, and then turn the auto on, and then cut that off. And I like that you can use the fan speed on the screen, but you have buttons for all that down here below as well. Cutting the whole system off and all that. So knobs are here, sync and unsync again. And then to toggle that auto mode, you do have to cut the fan speed down. But we also have the 3-stage heated and cooled seats, which is a nice touch, especially in a truck like this. We haven't seen that in the Canyons before, unless it was like a Denali. So I like having that. And we can control the fan direction here. There's the backup camera. Pretty good picture. Guidelines follow you. You turn the steering wheel. Then we have that trailer hitch view. And then down here, we can put all the windows down with the touch of a button, set our auto stop, hazards, lane keep assist with lane departure, and then that's our aux input there if you want to, for that light bar. And then the USB-C, USB-A charge port there, wireless charging pad here. And I like the camo look. But this knob here, you can click anywhere here for the 4-wheel drive, and you can turn this knob here for your drive mode. So you have your normal, your terrain, your tow haul, and then your off-road for those drive modes. And then an electronic parking brake. You pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Shifter, pull the lever, reverse, neutral drive. Low gear, you can manually shift here. Cup holders there. I actually like how nice this center console cover is. We do have a removable tray right there, but this just feels so nice. I was actually surprised by this. Let's test out the sunroof. You can one touch, tilt or slide. And then that's as far back as it goes. So open and shut that. The touch of a button. And then this lever over here is for your windshield wiper controls. So you can control that either here, or makes more sense, there's a little lever behind, so you can set it off, and then your intermittent, low, high. And then your front wiper fluid, click that. High beam toggle there, you can flash here. And then you have your cruise controls here. So you can set that, cancel, adjust the gap adjust for your forward collision alert, and then you can set and resume your cruise there. That heated steering wheel toggle is gonna be right here. And then this is for your all digital gauge cluster. You have different views that you can just hit the button for there. And then you can scroll through your favorites and whatnot just by toggling that when they're set up. And then same thing for the Bluetooth, and that also serves as a mute button when you pull it down. And then voice recognition, and then a quick audio shortcut, and you can scroll through there. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side, you can go through your track list, radio station presets. And then behind the steering wheel on the right side, you can toggle the volume. But I love the digital displays here. They look great, they really do. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And now let's go ahead and take this 2023 GMC Canyon AT4 out on the road for a quick test drive. So starting the test drive for this Canyon AT4, one thing I forgot to mention is you can actually go in here, and I did this in my other Canyon review of the Elevation. This is where you can go through all of your different options. So to show you your tire pressure here, and then battery voltage. So it's cool how the graphics are there. And you can even look at the tire pressures there, brake pad life, all your fluids and whatnot here. So all that is in the screen itself, which is interesting because you'd expect it here, and that's why there's not really a lot going on this cluster in front of me. Now I will say, for the money, I'm a bit disappointed about the dome lights. For a $55,000 truck, I would expect those to be LED, because it can't be that expensive to just put more premium light bulbs in there, and it really takes away from how great this truck is. Now the ride itself is pretty nice, but I'm gonna give it a little pull so y'all can see the acceleration. All right, here we go. So that's just 60 to about 75. Fantastic pull though. And that's low end, so I'm pretty impressed by that. But just a little bit of wind noise coming in, nothing crazy. But what's actually impressing me is, again, how great the ride is, but also just how easy the truck is to control. Not feeling a lot of sway due to the wind or due to the terrain. So impressive, especially for this to be the more off-road oriented pickup. And I like the brake pedal feel as well. Now for the money, there's so much that is great about this truck, especially with the package. I wish it was already installed on here, but it'll probably be sold before the package is ever put on, or at least spoken for, so I won't be able to drive it. But it's usual GM. They have a home run and they have to find some way to mess it up. And I hate to say that about the brand, because I love the brand, but I mean, not having LED dome lights is a big deal for me, because it just shows where a manufacturer was trying to be cheap. Maybe there's another reason why they did that, but I mean, that would have made this truck feel that much more premium. And then again, with the trim being off here, I don't know if something broke or whatever during transport, but I mean, that just hanging off there. It's for a $55,000 mid-size pickup truck. These are things that I'd expect to be taken care of. But the features of the truck itself are very impressive, especially the engine and transmission. Everything is moving great. But again, it's just those little things that they frustrate you. And then another letdown is definitely the fuel economy, which I was expecting, but getting 17 miles per gallon city, 21 highway. If I could get a full-size truck and get that same fuel economy or something close to that, why wouldn't I? But I will say one thing that this has on the bigger trucks is this, to me, is the more fun vehicle to drive, especially with the high output turbo. I like the sounds that come from the engine, the exhaust. I just like how it pulls in general. But again, for the money, it's your call. A lot of people are paying that anyway. That's why you can't find any of these right now. But I'm hopeful that as things start to settle back out in the economy, you'll be able to get some discounts and not have to pay sticker price or more for one of these. But right now, that doesn't seem to be the case, as people are still spending their money frivolously. But for the money and for the segment, I think this is the best truck out now. Now, that new Tacoma they just released a week or two ago, that looks pretty bad. But for right now, just versus the Ranger, the Tacoma, even the Frontier, this just feels like the best option to me. Now, you do still get that naturally aspirated V6 with the Frontier, which I think a lot of people are gonna want to stay towards that as opposed to these turbo 4s that everyone else is trying to put out. And then the Tacoma as well, you can get a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder or a V6. But I think the tech is here. It's on top right now for the Canyon. The looks, definitely, until that new Tacoma comes out. And I mean, everything's just super expensive for a vehicle these days. So the price is about spot on with everybody else. But this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2023 GMC Canyon AT4.